Alright, there we go. You guys should be able to hear me now. I like unmuted the wrong one. You guys can hear me, yeah? I'm assuming you guys can, but I always be having to ask. You never know. Let me see. Yeah, so far everything looks good. Everything looks good. Let me see. Let's go a Quan stream. Leopold a hybrid. This made me happy. Gene, I told you I was streaming today on Wednesday. I told you on Monday. I told you on Monday I was streaming today. At least I believe I told you that on Monday. Yeah, I definitely told you that on Monday. No chapter. Yeah, I know. I know Epsilon is about to be. It's a sad week. No chapter. No chap. Well, I don't know. Like, I know it's no chapter, but we still might get spoilers though. That's the thing. Cause sometimes when Black Clover's on break, we get those spoilers. But I kind of think due to the nature of this break, cause it was like an unscheduled break from what I was seeing on the internet or on Twitter, I should say. Like it seemed like it's gonna be an unscheduled break, and yeah, this one's like a Tabata one, right? At least from what I know. So like we might get spoilers, we might not. I'm not gonna hold my Maya breath though. What's going on, Lyric 216? Lyric 216, are you from Cleveland? Lyric 216. I know that's the area code for Cleveland. It just stuck out to me. You don't have to answer me or not. That's so funny. But no, what have you guys been up to today? How you guys doing? How are you guys doing today? I say I don't really have like a topic today. Like I kind of wanted to talk about some theories, not Leopold. Well, actually, I might talk about that one too. I don't know, but I kind of wanted to talk about some theories today. Just I'm not saying wanted to be from Cleveland. I'm just saying that's the Cleveland area code. There's nothing really up there. Oh, you're from Baltimore. 216 is your B day. I see. Oh, so that's like happy belated to you then, because your birthday was earlier this year, or month, I should say. What's going on, JK Network? How you doing? JK Network, I noticed something too about Eden Zero. I'm like the only person like that calls Jin. Like I swear everyone else calls him Chris. Like I think I'm about to switch over to Chris and call him that instead. Quan, you're lying to me. You're in a whole studio. There's a studio behind you, a booth. As a matter of fact, I'm not in a booth. That's just what it looks like. I mean, to me, like, Gene, I can't speak for all people from Baltimore, but the people that I've spoken to from Baltimore, they sound weird to me. So, like, I don't know if you think it sounds weird, but they be sounding weird to me. Quan Yu Nero getting the third eye since she has Weg and the elves are good at forbidden. I'm assuming forbidden magic, so I could see that or something else. I still doubt that ultimate magic is what they got. See, the thing with her getting a third eye from like the whole cursed magic thing is like I thought the third eye was like a bad thing. Like I thought it was like a negative type spell because it's like a forbidden magic. So like I feel like her using that would be like not what she wants to do because it's supposed to be like a bad thing. I mean, if she used it, I mean, but then again, her using the ancient stones or magic stones to use like the forbidden spells is a bad thing too. So I don't know. I wouldn't be like. I feel like it would be cool. It definitely would be spicy. Like it would be the right amount of spicy for me, but I don't know like if she would actually do it or not. Jake Network, yeah, I was just saying, I thought Jen was cooler too. What's going on, Tyler? So yeah, everywhere I go, people can tell I'm from Baltimore. It's crazy. Even people from DC can hear our accent. Bro, Lyric, I'm telling you, people from Baltimore and DC legit sound different. Even though they're like mad close, they legit sound different. What's going on, Rax? You play Persona 5 Strikers? JK, dude. So like I pre-ordered the digital deluxe edition of it, and I was playing it when it first came out, because like the digital deluxe came out early, so like I had it on Friday, And like it's funny because I was playing it pretty heavy at first, but like I just be so busy, so like I haven't got a chance to play it a lot. Like I'm only in the second dungeon. Yeah, I'm only in the second or jail, whatever they're called. I think they're called jails. I'm just call them dungeons. I'm only in the second dungeon as of right now. I wanna play some more though and get farther. Jason, what's going on, bro? We have to figure out Rax's real name, bro. I want to figure out what Rax looks like. It's a lot of stuff about Rax that I need to know. It's a lot of stuff that I want to find out about Rax. It's either they got something more in Ultimate. Wait, it's either they get something more and Ultimate Magic, or they just get Ultimate Magic, which ain't gonna do much in your opinion. What do you like? Why don't you think Ultimate Magic's gonna do a lot though? I mean, that like Eon spell, that like whatever Eon spell that Lich used, it did a lot. Like I mean, he just didn't kill Zagreus with it, but it was a powerful spell, and it doesn't always have to be some big attack. Like people could get transformations. Like I like Charmy will probably get something different out of it. I doubt hers would just be a big attack. Hers would probably be something like more with her like dwarf stuff or something. Quan, I'm gonna do a drawing of you in a Morris persona. But why though? That's pretty funny. Your brother pre-ordered it on the Switch. You're gonna play it later. Nice. It is fun though. Like it's if you're a fan of the Dynasty Warriors stuff and you love Persona, it is really fun. Like I've had a lot of fun with it so far. I would love to play it on stream, but with Persona I'd be kind of wanting to get the entire story. So I feel like if I'm reading the story and reading the chat, I'm gonna be like one side is not gonna have as much attention paid to it. But yeah, you said your Rex. That's not your name. It's Quan. See, credible. The only thing you know is he has cats and loves making bread. And the bread thing is more recent. He wasn't always like this. He wasn't always a baker. He wasn't always a bread maker. This is new. I want to know Rax's name so bad we'll probably get it when he hits 10K or something. Dude, I can tell you right now, Rax is not one of those people. If Rax can make it to like 2 million without revealing his name, he will do so. He will fly under the radar for as long as possible. My strategy for Rax, I'm just wait till he messes up. I'm gonna just be there. He's gonna slip up eventually. He can't stay hidden forever. Do I play Smash? Yeah, I actually do. Like, I used to play a lot more of it than I do now. Like, back before the pandemic, like, I would go to, like, tournaments every now and again. Like, some local ones. Like not anything crazy for it. Because I like Smash. Smash is pretty fun. But, like, ever since the pandemic hit, I kind of play it less because the online for Smash is sometimes trash. Like, just the netcode is, like, kind of trash sometimes. Like, sometimes it holds out well, but if you play Smash online a lot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I haven't been playing it as much as I used to. Gotta do Quan as a monk. Oh, gotta draw Quan as a monk. That would be funny too. Leopold X Charmy. What? No. Sinbad, what is wrong with you? Quan, tweet the stream so I can retweet. Oh, yeah. I always forget to tweet it out. I always forget to tweet the stream out, like, all the time. A part of it be I don't ever be knowing like what to say. I'm gonna try to tweet it out and talk together at the same time. You're in a bread arc right now? That is very true for you, Rax. Like, I swear you are in a bread arc, like, currently. Yeah, we gonna catch Rax lacking in 4K. Bro, we are gonna be there. I'm gonna be the first person on it. I promise you I am. Basically, anime, what's going on, bro? I'm actually just the caretaker. Tartaros is the real Rax. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I really wouldn't. I would not be surprised if your cat was the one secretly pulling the strings this entire time. Like the stream. Yeah, make sure you guys like the stream. All that stuff definitely helps. For sure. Noel X Klaus, please, why? Why would you even tweet that? Or not tweet, but why would you even type that? Yo, Black Goku, what's going on, bro? How you doing today? Quan, this close from hiring a private investigator for Rax. You have no idea. If I knew that it would work and it was affordable, I would do it. But I just feel like it's expensive. Like, I just have that feeling that it's not like a thing that I can just do. Or they might laugh at me. They might laugh at me if I want to do that. AC Stoney, you said you're trying to run a fade on Smash? I should, like, I don't know, if I had a bunch of people who actually played in here, that could be a fun stream idea actually. We just like set up a arena and just play some Smash. That would be pretty hype. Quan, I still think, but most ultimate magic have the power to heal an entire nation. An entire nation? That's kind of intense. That's a little bit much. I don't know if she'll be able to hire an entire nation, but I feel like that's one of the weird things about Mimosa being here is I wonder if she's gonna have something where she like just heals everybody there. Like, cause I feel like that could be cool, but it could be weird depending on how they do it. Or if they give her some like crazy attack, I feel like that would also be kind of strange. Next arc is the turtle soup arc. Rex, if people want to make turtle stuff and turtle soup and eat turtles, that is fine. I'm not going to stop anybody from eating turtles. However, if you bring that around me, we can no longer associate. I can't talk to anybody who eats turtles. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Let me see. Have you been reading Build King or Sakamoto Days? I've been hearing a lot of good things about that series actually. Like, and because as people were saying, it has like those One Punch Man vibes. Because that old dude that works at the convenience store, right? That's that one. And it seems like it would be funny. Like I kind of do want to start it. And for Build King, I'm like, they like just got done with the Upside Down Castle is where I'm at. So I'm like a couple chapters behind. But I swear I'm like perpetually behind in Build King. Like I feel like I just never could catch up. That's mostly my fault though, because I'm never that far. I could probably catch up really quick. People seem to be forgetting that they can't use ultimate magic by themselves. It has to be with a group of people. Watch only one person use it. Wait, why is that? Why can't they only use it in a group? I don't think they ever said that. I feel like one singular person should be able to use it. Quan, do you drink adult drinks? You seem pretty wholesome to me. I suppose you've never drank before. Apparently you do drugs. What do you mean by adult drinks? You mean like alcohol? Like, do I drink alcohol? Like, if you're talking about that, then yeah, I mean, I drink. I'm not going to use the word regularly. I'll use the word often. I drink often. I'll put it that way. But nothing like crazy. I don't get like hammered or anything. That's like old days. Old days. I'm more of like a casual drinker now. Like a often casual drinker. You said, yeah, Sephiroth and Hero are your mains. Sephiroth is fun. Like, Sephiroth's cool. And like, Hero's so dang random with those crits, bro. With those crits and those whacks. Those are whack. I didn't mean to say that. But the crits and then the thwacks and whacks are just corny. As for me, like, I kind of dabble in a lot of characters, but if I had to like play, like for real, like if I really had to play for like money or something, I'd probably say my mains were like Mario or Wolf. Like, I used to play a lot of Wolf, but like Wolf was who I played in tournaments. But like when I stopped going to tournaments, I just kind of just stopped playing. So like Wolf, Mario, probably be the main ones. So I'm like real basic, nothing like super crazy. Quan, what happened to Hawk's mom in Seven Deadly Sins? I don't think they ever. Oh, the big. I don't know what happened to her actually. I don't remember. To be honest with you, I really don't. I really don't. I want to do a reread of Seven Deadly Sins because things keep popping up in Four Nights of the Apocalypse that seem oddly familiar to me, but I can't I don't be like remembering them, so like it kind of bothers me. Josuke, don't you dare. You know good and well I do not drink no Alizé. I would not be caught dead drinking no Alizé. I would never drink no Alizé. I wouldn't even taste Alizé. That's how against it I am. Tyler, you said you challenged me to a drink off. Can you drink a lot? Like, are you like a heavy drinker? Is you saying Bill King's gonna get axed soon? I don't know. It might. I don't know. Mimosa only stream, please. What even is that? What does that even mean? Said Tonkachi would fold Percival up. Nah. Definitely not. Well, and if he is, like, I don't know. Because it's one of those things where, like, Percival doesn't know what he's doing yet. Like, he just doesn't understand his abilities yet. Do get addicted on us. Booze is temporary. Oh, don't get addicted on us. Booze is temporary. Friends. Gene, if I was gonna be addicted, I would have been there already. I'm so past that stage. I just be chilling now, as RT would say. I just be chilling. Like the stream, Tyler. Thank you. Yes, make sure you guys like the stream, please. Dream magic. What do you mean? What do you mean by dream magic? Question mark. Are you asking about it, or you mean like what do you mean? Or were you guys talking about something earlier? I don't see anything. Mimosa with Valkyrie armor or Mimosa getting Dryad power up. Since Dryad a tree spirit, or she get both. I feel like Mimosa has more potential than Leo. See, the thing with Mimosa though, which is really weird, is early on in the series it was said that there's not a lot of mages, or like it's very rare for mages to be able to attack and heal, whereas Mimosa can attack and heal. And she has like a ton of mana even for a royal for some odd reason. Like Mimosa's stats are really high, and her skill set is really high, and her talent is really high, and it's all kind of for no reason. Like I know people try to get on Yuno for being like a Gary Stu or a Mary Sue, but like Mimosa is kind of just good at everything, and everybody kind of likes her. It's like I feel like that's something people don't really talk about a lot. That being said, I do not think she should get a Valkyrie dress type thing because she already has her what's her face, the little healing flower robe. Unless you wanted to have like an attack variant of the dress or something, but I feel like that'd be kind of weird because she's not really a fighter. Like she's not a fighter all like that, so I don't think she should be out there in the front lines if she's not a fighter. Quan only drinks mountain rum. He brews himself. That sounds really good though. I would definitely try that. I would definitely try some mountain rum. Like it just sounds good. I don't know what it is, but I feel like that would be good. I can outdrink Josuke. I guarantee you anybody in this chat could outdrink Josuke. He's not a drinker, so it'd be unfair. It would be unfair for him. uh, Let me see. Who's my favorite girl in Persona 5? Oh, that'd be Hifumi. Easy. Hifumi's probably my favorite. I feel like she's definitely slept on. Who else? Besides Hifumi, yeah, really just her. Honestly, she's like top tier. Sai is up there too. Sai after she becomes like normal when she's less obsessed about everything. Only true men of culture understand Sai. Yami versus Marileona. I'm one of them people where I got Marileona. Like I'm still one of those people that thinks Marileona is the strongest. That's just me though. I know a lot of people would disagree because of Dimension Slash, but whatever. I don't think she's not getting hit by that. That's not gonna touch her. If Bill King gets axed, I'm putting Jason on mute for all the slander. A stream only talking about Mimosa greatness. How long would that last though? Like how much could I say? Mermaid form Mimosa? Why though? Like why? Doesn't even relate to water. I'm a casual drinker, but you can go hard if you need to. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how it is. That's kind of how it is. I'm not like, I don't know. I haven't gone hard in a long time. Cause I don't like feeling sick, sickly in the morning and stuff. I don't like that feeling. Josuke said that when you don't get your weekly doses of drugs, you start to. Why? Did he really say that? I feel like that's something he would say. I don't even do drugs. I don't do drugs at all. I really only drink like water, coffee, Powerade, and alcohol. Like I don't get anything crazy. Josuke does way more drugs than me. Josuke be freaking obliterated on his streams all the time. He can't even talk. Marileona will destroy Yuno for sure. Yeah, I don't think Yuno's quite ready for that yet. Unmod Sinbad now. Wait, did he say something? Marileona can't even beat Yuno. Sinbad, that's cap. That's all cap. That's cap. was clapping 70% Xenon and he claps Mereoleona. Bro, the Dark Triad really is not as impressive as a lot of us, and myself included, thought they initially were. Because the Dark Triad literally has been getting clapped at like every encounter. Like the only time the Dark Triad looked nice is when Xenon beat William, but William, like, his whole squad was essentially held hostage. Or when Vanica beat a nerfed Loropechka along with like Noel. Like they didn't fight anybody super hard. Like they didn't fight any top tier opponents. So like I don't think the Dark Triad's that all that impressive at this point. Like I really don't think that they're like, I don't know, cuz they keep saying that they're stronger than captains, but like I don't know, man. They don't really seem like it. Asta beating Mereoleona, no difficulty. I don't know about that. Josuke, I feel like you said that. That sounds like something you would actually say. I don't know. But then it's Gene who said it, so I don't know who to believe. Weed is not a drug. I don't know. I feel like weed is about as much as a drug as alcohol. I put them on like the same level. It like depends. Quan exposing Josuke like that. There's nothing to expose. There's nothing to expose. Everybody knows. From what you've seen, which power is more broken? Rebecca's Cat Leaper or the Red Thread of Fate? Oh, Cat Leaper for sure. Cat Leaper for sure. The fact that you can go back in time and there's different like threads of reality, or like there's different worlds of reality. Like no, Cat Leaper's so broken, and it looks like she's like going to be able to find ways to use it better and more and apply in different ways. Cat Leaper and we haven't even seen the full extent of it. And I feel like Vanessa's cat is kind of capped off. Like we don't even know what else it can do. I know, yeah, that's a lot of wank. That's like crazy. I do think Vanica's better than Xenon. I think so too. Yeah, I definitely think Xenon's at the bottom. The Dark Triad is strong. They just have way better hacks than most people at their level. Yeah, that's true. They just got hacks. But like if you have anything that can remotely deal with their hacks, they just look garbage. Like, or if you just don't get hit by their hacks, like. Dante's singularity was insane, but like yeah, that's just Dante. Dante's the like Dante looks really impressive. Dante looks really impressive, but like Xenon and Vanica don't. I guess is really what I'm getting at. You said you would have said it if you, yeah, that's true, Josuke. You would have said it. I'm gonna have to believe you. I'm gonna have to believe you. Gene, I don't think you should type the word esophagus. It just sounds like I should pause you. It just feels like I should for some reason. Laura Pechka was even weakened in the Vanica fight due to the curse, so she couldn't do much. I know, like, so it's like Vanica really didn't. Vanica's whole showing wasn't impressive. Like Vanica beating Noel was not impressive. Like that was just like, okay, you beat up Noel. Like congratulations. Like that was not like a feat for Vanica at all. Quan, I think Gordon would be the one to remove Laura Pechka's curse. That would be weird. That would be really weird, actually. I don't know how I would feel about that. Yuno got no fans. I'm a Yuno fan. I'm a pretty big Yuno fan. I just don't think Yuno's clapping Mereoleona at all. Quan takes Simba Mod away. Mereoleona stomps. He's not doing anything except for having a very weird take. Also, Marvel is doing the new Blade movie, PG-13, Big L. Blade. Oh, that I didn't even know they were doing that in PG-13. Like I assumed it. That's why. That's weird. That's so weird. Tabata has been keeping Gordon off screen on purpose. Tabata always be keeping Gordon off screen because his magic is broken. That's like what I think, because I feel like it's hard to write Gordon into fights. Because if you just poison somebody and then they die, it's like that's not very like. That kind of makes it lame, you know what I mean? Like it's like take if Gordon was in the underwater sea temple, like they wouldn't have had to work nearly as hard because Gordon could just poison Veto and the fight kind of would have just been over on that there. It's like Gordon's like just really broken. Xenon spatial magic is also insane. It was just, I don't know what YK is. It was just the presence of which, oh, like the presence of is different. Yeah, the whole loved by mana out of nowhere. It felt like the Force from Star Wars. Like he just got like all this power. Esophagus is a scientific word for throat, Quan. There's nothing sus about it. See, that explanation just sounds sus. Like, it just sounds sus. Basically, you know exactly what you're doing with this matchup. Most is not a fighter, so Noelle should beat her every time. Also, a weakened Noelle made Vonica bleed. A weakened Noelle made a weakened debuffed Vonica bleed. Like, you gotta put more on there. I can't believe I contributed to Sinbad getting a mod. I'm so disappointed in myself. I think Vonica just gets killed before Mageclia is released to stop the curse. I think like the thing with that, I kind of feel like, I don't know. I almost like Vonica might just do away, or not Vonica. I almost like Mageclia might just do away with Vonica to begin with. Like, she might just like fully take control of her permanently. That's kind of what I think. Cause Vonica has like, she's just crazy. Like, she doesn't have any character outside of just being crazy. You know what I mean? What's going on, franchise? How are you doing today? Or tonight, I should say. I guess it probably just depends on where you are. Are they going to censor Noelle bleeding next week for next episode? I doubt it. I feel like they're probably definitely going to show her like really messed up and bleeding and stuff. Especially because they showed like Vonica stomping the guy out and like slicing his head in half. So they'll probably show that. They'll probably show Yami like they'll probably explicitly show Yami doing the death thrust too. Like, I don't see them like censoring that. They showed that. They showed Luck with the hole through what's his name? Savekin. I don't mind, you know, I would like him better as a character if he got more screen time. His wind spirit is annoying though. See, like, Belle is weird because like Belle will be really funny to me sometimes, but then she'll be really annoying out of nowhere. Like Belle's really weird on that end. Like, she just, I don't know. She has her moments for me. Let me see. You're saying Gordon could have beat Veto? No, I'm not saying Gordon could have beat Veto. I'm saying Gordon, like, all the Black Bulls together, if Gordon was there, it would have been easier. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I'm saying it would have been easier. I, like, lost my spot in the chat. What, Vonica was at full power when Noelle made her bleed? Yeah, but she was in full power after she was already in Laura Petchka's thing that had weakened her. Like, granted, she wasn't in it anymore, but the fact that she got weakened still like, she still took damage while she was weakened. Like, all that stuff still happened is what I'm getting at. Like, the fact that all that stuff still happened and then she fought against Noelle is kind of different. Like, if you take damage on your way up to your full power, you still took damage. Jason said, make me a mod, Quan, and Rax the build hero. If you want cooler... Wait, oh, that's Jason? You wanna be a mod? Why do you want to be a mod? See, if you want a cooler, you know there's a man named Jim. Oh, don't mod him? Rax, why are you saying don't mod him? Jason, I could make you a mod. I don't know. Cause I don't be throwing mods around like Josuke. You gotta actually do. You gotta do stuff. Cause my thing with mods is I just be wanna like, as long as you like take care of spam. Like, if there's anybody like spamming heavy, then I want them taken care of. Anybody else, just leave them be though. That's the only thing. If you start bothering other people, then I'll unmod you. You don't want to be like Gene and be on the watch list. How many mods do I have anyway? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 6 mods. I'm not doing any more. That was the last one. That's the last mod until somebody messes up and loses their mod spot. I know Noelle was basically naked in the Vonica episode, but she gets more naked next week. They'll censor. I mean, like, she was normal though. I thought. I don't remember that actually. Oh, Jin from Yu Hakusho is also cool. Yeah, Jin from Yu Hakusho is cool. Jin will clap pre-spirit dive, you know? Oh, definitely. I think so. I low-key earned on my mods, not even trying to brag or anything. Yeah, Gene, you put in a lot of legwork for those, bro. You was everywhere. You was everywhere. Watch list, it was an accident. Yeah, that's what you say. I gotta keep my eyes on everybody. I don't want Noelle to get Undyne temporarily because as a character she wouldn't be stronger. She would just be the same after Undyne leaves. She needs the Mana Zone, and that doubles her speed and AP. Honestly, I think it's weird that they didn't give her Mana Zone and that they never showed her using runes. I find that so weird. Cause she definitely needs something, for sure. Like she needs more. Still waiting on Acia versus Monica. I would actually love to see that. Like that Black Clover is definitely missing like a flashback arc. Like I feel like they would do well with a flashback arc. Uh, did I see Anime House 5? I already see. Yeah, I did. I did. I thought it was really funny. I like. I want to say like it, their first one might have, or no, not the first. It's the video game house. I find the video game house one slightly more funny just because like the Mario and Luigi thing is just too funny to me. Like I find that those like that's my favorite one. But the anime house is still really funny too. Quan acting like I'm not the best mod. Yeah, Sinbad, you haven't done anything honestly. Like you not on the watch list. You're not on there. I want to say it's only two people on the watch list, and Gene knows who one of them is. Valkyrie just comes off and you see. Do you really? What chapter is that? I have to go back and see. I'm gonna just reread the fight. I'm gonna just reread the fight because I really don't remember. It's pretty obvious that Noelle is going to use Mana Zone. The princess did against Undyne. Wait, what? It's pretty obvious that Noelle is going to use the Mana Zone the princess did. She's going to use. You're saying Noelle's going to do the big bubble thing? I wouldn't be surprised if she could. I mean, she did have that big bubble thing she did like at the beginning of Black Clover, so I wouldn't be surprised if she could do that. Noelle has so much mana already, she can already be broken. What keeps her fair is the lack of elite technique. That's true. I mean, she has a decent set of moves at this point now, which is pretty interesting. So it's like I feel like she low key has technique, just don't got a lot of moves. The mod tier list is needed. That would be pretty funny actually. A mod tier list. I don't want to put nobody out there. Quan, why do you think Gordon removing Laura Petchka's curse would be strange? Because it would just be weird. It would be really weird if there were people. Because if Gordon could remove her curse, then to me that would mean that Gordon's family knew how to remove curses of that nature. So it would be very odd to me if the entire time they were in the Heart Kingdom, Laura Petchka never asked them or sought any Clover Kingdom help to remove her curse. So like it would just be really stupid to me. Like it would be really dumb if like okay we have all these Clover Kingdom Knights here, and I'm just not even gonna inquire if any of them can like get rid of my curse. Like I feel like that would just be strange. I don't know. It's just strange to me. Josuke got too many mods for that, Gene. He'd have to do his own. He has way too many. Everyone getting ultimate magic is mid. See, like when you put it that way, like it does sound kind of lame, but like at the same time, I don't think like I don't think Nero's gonna have ultimate magic. You know what I mean? Or maybe like the ultimate magic takes shape in different ways. Like I guess if you think about like everybody's gonna have some big ultimate attack, then yeah, that seems lame. But if everybody gets some new skill or ability, it could be different. Like say somebody gets an attack, somebody gets a transformation, maybe somebody's ultimate magic is something passive. Like as long as Tabata varies it, it could be cool. But the way he's been passing out transformations, I don't know. I don't know. How strong do you think Yuno's new form is, or Asta at full power? I think they're pretty strong. Like, see, the thing with Asta at full power is against a magic, Asta's like an absolute beast. Like, I feel like Asta against anything magical, he's like super. He's just crazy strong. But like, if you're just talking about just like in his story, he's probably like right around. Like, he's definitely over real for sure. At bare minimum, he's over real, and he's more than likely overknocked. He's more than likely overknocked as well. But I don't. He probably doesn't quite make it to any of the other captains, honestly. Because the captains so far, anytime the captains show out, they look insane. So I'm not for sure if he's quite that high just yet. And same thing for Yuno, honestly. At this point, I would put Yuno a bit under Asta. That's kind of where I would see it. I would put Yuno a little bit under. Uh, I just watched Jujutsu Kaisen and I'm amazed. Oh my gosh, Jujutsu Kaisen is so good. It's so good. I started like I was watching anime probably when it was like 3 episodes in. Like I just started it, and then like once it got to the Junpei stuff, I couldn't wait. I just had to read it. I literally had to read it, and it was amazing. Like it is honestly really good. Like it's like I don't know. I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking about it. I'm not gonna say that, but no, I'm gonna just say it anyway. I'm gonna just say it. Jujutsu Kaisen, I feel like is as good as people think Demon Slayer is. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like how good people think Demon Slayer is. That's actually how good Jujutsu Kaisen is. Um, Send Percival to help the Clover. Percival's not doing anything to help the Clover Kingdom. Percival doesn't really. Honestly, Percival's really weak in Black Clover. Like he doesn't. I don't even think he does anything to like he probably beats Revchi. Like he might be able to beat Heath. I kind of think Heath claps him. Honestly, like Percival's really weak as of right now, at least. I'm okay with Noel, Gaja, Luck, and the elves getting the best ultimate magic. Yeah, like I don't think like the more mid Spirit Guardians are gonna have it. You just see sure from EZ being on the being on what? Did you see sure from Eden Zero being on or under level of the of the Orion Stasis? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I see him being slightly under, like kind of almost like a precursor to it. Like I don't think he's that strong. Like I'm not gonna say I don't think he's that strong. I just don't think he's up there with them. I don't think he's like top 6 best fighters in the galaxy or cosmos by any means. I think he's slightly under, to me personally. To me personally, unless he has some type of cheat or some type of hack, maybe outside of gravity. I feel like Tabata is just handing out transformations so power cliffing could be more grounded. It just feels like it. It really does. Like I wish like me personally, I don't consider Jack's transformation a transformation. I feel like it's more of a spell because like it's just death sights all over him. So like maybe if transformations were more like that, where they were just in the form of spells, like granted all transformations are spells, but like it doesn't feel like for Jack, it didn't feel like he like put this on and just got stronger. I feel like he put this on and was doing the same thing he'd been doing, but just better, I guess. Uh, Another stream reading different mangas because I got 2 for you. What are you talking? Oh, you guys might be talking about something up higher. Um, let's talk about the Leopold hybrid theory. Sinbad, why are you so invested in that theory? Percival can beat Real? I mean, I doubt it. I really don't think he beats him at all. Maybe if Real's not paying attention. I mean, Real in character is pretty dumb. Real just gets like punched in the stomach and passes out, maybe. Should I hop on the stream Sunday, Quan? If you want to. If you want to hop on there on Sunday, then you totally can. You gotta, I mean, it depends on what Josuke says, I guess. Henry's curse is still unexplored. I know, I think that's really weird. Like, I feel like when they mentioned that Majecula was the father of all curses, it kind of like ruined it for me. Like, not ruined like anything, but like it kind of took away the idea that there could be a bunch of different kinds of curses, because it kind of makes me think if you can just overpower Majecula, then you kind of you can beat any curse essentially. I prefer fantasy series, but Jujutsu Kaisen is close to my favorite modern setting shonen since Yu Yu Hakusho. I agree because it's really good. It does the paranormal like anime thing really well. Like it really does take a lot of inspiration from Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho, and I feel like it did it really good. It did it really good. And it's not even like overhyped or like that. At least not yet. Like some of the Jujutsu Kaisen fans on Twitter are like super elitist, so they're kind of annoying. But like for the most part, a lot of the praise is deserved. At least for the story. Now the manga art can be shaky sometimes and hard to understand. Especially for me, I'd be reading the page, I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here at all. I'd be having to reread it like 2-3 times. But the story itself is really good. If only a few people get ultimate magic, it would be trash. In my opinion, everyone should get it because if only few people get get it. What's the point of training? I feel you. I mean, they only had like what, like 2-3 days to get it. So I mean, it's not like they had a ton of time. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be weird if they just have mastered ultimate magic. Like I better see a bunch of incomplete abilities. Tabata be handing out explained transformation slash puzzle. I mean, yeah, they are explained. It's just a lot all at once. Like it's just like it's just a lot in a very short burst of time. Like Marileona, Charlotte, kinda Jack. I mean, Asta was literally right now. It's like just a lot of like powers really quickly. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I get as a reader, I get overwhelmed pretty fast. Like I'll be like, whoa, a lot is going on. Asta should have made a giant anti-magic sword that came from the sky like Lumiere, and did it. That would have been some kind. Oh, that would have been some kid who's reading the tale of the first Wizard King seeing the resemblance to. I feel like that'd be hype too. I've always wanted Asta to like control his swords like how Libby was doing. Like how when he fought against Libby, how Libby was like moving his swords around with like, I don't know, with like his mind or something. I feel like that would have been hype. Rax, how far does Asta go against? Oh, you're talking to Rax. We need a major death this arc. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the form of a death, but like in the form of like a big stake or something like that. I'll accept that too. Something more has to be on the line or potentially lost. I don't think it necessarily has to be in the form of a death though. That's just me. Asta defeats Rill and Kaiser. Oh yeah, Kaiser's a terrible matchup for Asta, so that's like not even fair. Think Laura Petchka might die. I wouldn't be surprised if she did. I know a lot of people say Laura Petchka can't die just because, like, oh, there's nobody who would be the princess or queen of the Heart Kingdom. It's like Tabata could literally just write somebody new. He could just write somebody that we never seen before ever, and it would just work. Like he did that with Kaiser for the new captain of the Purple Orcas. We had never heard of Kaiser until then. So it's like it's not crazy to just think that he could just make somebody up on the spot. William #1 choice to die. Yes, as a big William fan and a big like fan of William's character, I think he has huge flags for death. Like I would be very shocked if William makes it out of this arc alive. Like if William comes out of this arc alive, I'll be shocked. I don't think it's not a bad thing if he does. I'll just be really surprised because like if he doesn't die here, I feel like he lost his opportune moment to die. Last thing. What fight do you hope to see extended and animate well in the Eden Zero anime? Probably the fight between Jin and the first initial fight between Jin and Chiki, because they're like fighting all throughout the like city and stuff, and I think that would be really cool to see that because there could be like a lot of stuff going on. Like I kind of like those like chase down fights where like there's just a bunch of like outside things happening. Another fight that could probably be good if they like extending it. It just I don't know. It depends on how far they're going. I don't know how far they're going with it. Cause like I know they're going like all the way up to like the stuff with Sister and Hamura, but I don't know like how much farther they're going. I guess. Hey Quan, could Gojo beat the Golden Experience Requiem? Now, me personally, I think Gojo beats a lot of people, but I don't think people are really ready for that conversation. I don't think the Golden Experience Requiem could beat Gojo, just because I don't see how they reach Gojo. Like I don't see how Giorno or his stand could even touch Gojo to even touch Gojo to activate their ability. Jujutsu Kaisen art is complete genius and magnificent. Are you talking about the anime or the manga? When Yuji, wait, what? What'd you say about Yuji? When Yuji gets Sukuna technique, nobody touching him. I know, that's what I want so bad. I want this like relationship between Yuji and Sukuna, but it's weird with how I don't know. Like I don't wanna like spoil too much. I don't know how many of you guys are like readers, like manga readers for Jujutsu Kaisen. Wait, I said there's gonna be spoilers in this stream, didn't I? What did I? Oh yeah, tons of spoilers. I said we're talking about tons of spoilers. So yeah, I'm gonna just say it. Yeah, it's just weird because like Sukuna seems to be infinitely more interested in Fushiguro or Megumi. I don't know what people call him, but he seems way more interested in him than he does in Yuji, even though that Yuji is his host essentially. Laura Petrica's not dying. She might. I don't know. She might. You tired of the Kaiser slander? Let's remember he did more than Julius against the demons. See, Kaiser had help though. Kaiser had like a fair amount of Magic Knights from the Purple Orca squad helping him though, so it takes away from him for me. That's just me. It just takes away from him. Quan, I don't think transformation comes too quick. Oh, Quan, I don't think the transformations come too quick in Black Clover. That's the thing, is they don't. But like recently, we just got a bunch. Because like if you think about it, before now, the only transformations that we got were like Spirit Dive and Black Asta. And like those came after like a really long time, and they kind of made sense and they kind of paralleled each other. So it was like it was whatever. But now we just got like a bunch in like a 10 chapter span. We just got like a lot. So that's why to me it just seems like it feels like a lot, because we got a lot, like we got so many more than we have in the entire series, all in one group. All I need is a Leo transformation so he can match his siblings, because I see Fuego getting Spirit Dive. I really don't think Fuego is going to get Spirit Dive. I really do think that is a wind spirit slash like specific thing. Like I don't think other spirit users can do that. Shiki versus Jin on the highway. Rax, I know that's gonna be such a cool fight. Who will protect? Wait, what? Who will protect the Heart Kingdom if Laura Petrica dies? It has to be a water user, as Undyne is passed down. Noelle, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, see, my thing is like, it's like Tabata could literally just make somebody up. He could just make somebody up. It doesn't like I don't think it would be Noelle, because she's royalty of another kingdom. Like she could, like Tabata could literally just be like, oh, this is Samantha. She was Laura Petrica's younger cousin who was set to inherit the Undyne. It's like it doesn't even have to make a lot of sense. He could just write somebody in. So Laura Petrica could die and it would be fine. Like think if William, like if like I don't know, if like Charlotte died right now in this arc, Tabata could literally just write in another captain of the Blue Roses, and like it would just be whatever. You see what I'm saying? Hey Quan, do you think romance will be in Jujutsu Kaisen? Maybe. There hasn't been any hints of it so far. I mean, maybe small stuff between Nobra and Yuji, but nothing crazy. Honestly, it might be. Like, I don't think romance is like necessary for a story, but it does. It's always cool to have the extra element, though. I guess. Maki over Nobra. How about Miwa over both of them? Miwa over both of them. You gotta think big. They should get through the Sun Jewel and set Bilal Gore for season 2. I wonder how many episodes would that be though. Would they be able to knock all that out in like 20-some episodes? Cause I kind of want them to go like do like the Fire Force route and go like a solid like 50 or 52. Like I think that'd be really cool. Quan, please read Solo Leveling Chapter 1 now. Just one chapter. Gene, relax, bro. Quan, check out Ranger, Reject, and Zombie 100 bucket list. Oh, Zombie 100 bucket list of the... Wait, what are you talking about? Is that a YouTuber? Quan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Eden Zero, and Black Clover don't miss when it comes to new gen female characters. Facts. They're so good. They're all really good. Laurel's death would all but guarantee Noelle takes over the Heart Kingdom. No, like that just seems so weird to me. Like I don't understand why she would do that. Like, and then you gotta think about this: if Noelle takes over the Heart Kingdom, that ruins the entire Asta and Noelle ship that everybody ships, because Asta's gonna become the Wizard King, Noelle becomes Heart King. They're two separate nations. That would just ruin the entire thing. Because Noelle would have to stay in the Heart Kingdom. The Wizard King has to be in the Clover Kingdom. You couldn't even ship them at that point. I feel like people would be forgetting that. It's not gonna be Noelle, 100%. I wasn't talking about them. Wait, I wasn't talking about them talking or becoming friends or relationship. Gojo said Yuji body gonna learn Sukuna technique, so Yuji just need to get his own plus Sukuna technique. I see what you're saying. See, that's one thing that I do like about Jujutsu Kaisen, is like everybody's techniques are really individual and they're mostly hereditary, as how Gojo was explaining it. So like it adds this like, because like it just makes it really cool how different everything will be. Because like Toto, he's not from some super crazy like special family. He just is like a regular dude. Well, at least he appears to be a real regular dude. Like from what we know, who knows? He could have some super crazy backstory. Yo, what's going on, Dark Lord? Bam, Bomb. Is it Bam or Bomb? I feel like it's Bomb because there's 2 A's. Fagolion for Wizard King, yes sir. Yes sir. I also think Nobra a boring character, Nobra high. That's okay, Sinbad. That one, that's a terrible take. That's a horrible take. She is hype. She's really hype. Man, that's a terrible take. When her and Yuji did the Flash together, oh, you're crazy, bro. Quan, do you want Laura Petchka to die? No, not really. I don't really want her to die. Contrary to popular belief, I don't dislike her character. I just think she's really useless a lot. Like, I think she's just really useless a lot. But I think she's cool, like, aside from that. Haven't seen a speck of romance in Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, what about Gojo and that other chick? Atame? Whatever her name is? Something there. Maki beat me. Well, I mean, it's not always about fights, you know? It's not always about fights. It's about other stuff. Meanwhile, so clear. Gene, you be randomly having good taste. That's why I can never stay mad at you. You be having randomly good like some good taste. When does Fire Force goes fire in the manga? What do you mean? When does Fire Force goes fire in the manga? I don't know what you're trying to say. Fire Force is really good. I don't know if that's what you're trying to say, because it is. It's fire. Juan, please. Gene, I'm not about to read Solo Leveling. I didn't like Tower of God, so I feel like I didn't like Tower of God, and I didn't really care for it. I'm not gonna say that. It just, so far, it just seems like I don't really care for webtoons. I don't know. Maybe I need to give them another shot. Asta still has yet to die. Yeah, he hasn't. We still need that Julius prophecy to come true. Cause if the Julius prophecy thing just ends up like falling flat, I'm be mad. Cause that has to be like so lame. If they just don't do anything with it. Have you ever watched Shaman King? I feel Jujutsu Kaisen had some inspiration from the show. I've seen Shaman King, but it was when I was like a little kid, so I don't really remember it all like that. Like I never got to watch it as an adult, so like I don't really remember it all like that. But yeah, I could, like any paranormal series, I feel like definitely like was it Shaman King probably was a huge pioneer for the paranormal like genre in anime. Probably cram a lot of stuff into the first season like they did with Fairy Tales. First season equal 48 episodes, around 130 chapters. I wouldn't be surprised. Miss Jazzy Scopes, I'm not a nerd, just so you know. Attack on Titan finals. Wait, what is it? Attack on Titan final season covering up to chapter 116. There'll be over 20 chapters of content not adapted. A movie question mark? I don't know. I'm an anime only when it comes to Attack on Titan. So like I have no idea like how close they are or how far away they are to potentially finishing it. I mean, so far Attack on Titan's pretty cool. I don't think it's like the GOAT like everybody says it is, but it's cool. Toto has more potential than Nobra. I mean, I don't even like. I guess so. Like is that supposed to be like some kind of hot take? Like Sinbad, I don't know what you. I don't know what like I don't know what this was supposed to mean. Why y'all acting like Nobra alive? Basically, chill, bro. She's alive. She's alive. She has to be alive. I'm gonna be so mad if she's dead. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna drop the series, but I'm gonna be annoyed. How to get on the stream Sunday? I'm not like I can't remember if you've been in it or not, but like you got to get like what is it 5 or 6 King of the chats, and then you get to join the live streams on Sunday if you want to. And then from there, you just have to ask Josuke once you get 6 King of the chats. Quan, I beg of you. Why do you want to, like, why? Why do you want that so bad? Said Tower of God was so good, you're lame. Tower of God was mid, bro. That was Tower of mid. Like, it didn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure the webtoon probably explained things better, but the anime of it, there's just so much happening. Like, there's so much happening all at once, it was difficult to understand. Like, they just kept introducing new stuff and new characters. I'm like, who are all these people? It was just a lot. It was a lot for me. So, Quan, you don't understand solo leveling. Hype is on par with Magi Black Clover. No, it is not, Gene. There's no way. There's no way is that hype. Quan lets Kafka from Let's Kafka. What are you talking about? Quan lets Kafka from Kaiju number 8 in Black Clover. What do you mean? What does that mean? Percival is death, Tristan is plague. What about war and starvation? Well, war is definitely like Lancelot, 100%. Because he has a spear. The spear and spear thing go together. And starvation, I got a video coming out either tomorrow or Friday. I'm not for sure which days I want to do it, but I got a Black Clover and a Fortnite Apocalypse video. That's where I'm going to talk about that. Quan isn't a nerd. Wait, what? Quan isn't a nerd. I once saw him pick up a small bus and throw it into an active robbery to stop the crime. Rex, I'm pretty sure I killed those people. I don't kill people. Nova having 2 eyes is subjective. What's with the Nova slander? I like her. Don't be mean. No. Maki can't die either. Yeah, I'd be mad if Maki died. I'd be really upset. I'd be really, really upset if Maki died. Right, Lyric. Nova has to be alive. Kenpachi versus Unohana was good. I can't wait for the anime. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I don't know if, like, when I think about the 1,000-year Blood War, that's not the first fight that I think about, but if that's the one you're hyped for, hey, I feel it. I like Mappa, how they animated Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know what this other one is. Do you think Chainsaw Man will come out great? Probably. I kind of hope it's good, because like Rax has been telling me to check out Chainsaw Man for like a million years. Josuke's brought it up a couple times too. So yeah, if it's good, I'll read it. Cause that's kind of how like anime works pretty textbook for me. Cause anime is supposed to make you want to read the manga. So if the anime is good, I just read the manga because I'm very impatient. Do you think Maki's finna die? Nah. There's no way Maki can die. If Maki dies before like she gets to talk to Yuta again, now if you have Nobra die and have Maki die before she talks to Yuta, that like we already got my dude's arm cut off and we already got Toto's hand. That might be enough to get me to drop it. I don't know. He would be pushing the line. He's pushing the line for sure. You have to do what to join the stream? Okay, so for the Black Clover vs. Everybody podcast on Sunday, you have to win 6 King of the chats. I think it's 5 or 6. I can't remember which one it is. And then once you have your 5 or 6 King of the chats, you just have to hit up Josuke and just be like, hey, I want to use my 5 or 6 King of the chats to join the stream. And then you can come in there for a little bit and then like talk to us and stuff. I believe that's what it is. Take that with a grain of salt because it's Josuke's rules. So like if I said something wrong, that is my that's my B. Jazzy Sculpture, you're dumb. Not dumb. Chainsaw Man. Oh, with Chainsaw Man, they'll need lots of CGI. I mean, I don't think CGI is innately bad. I don't think it's bad. Does solo leveling have any cyborg space ninjas? Does solo leveling have dragons in it? I thought that's what you're gonna ask, Rax. Eugene is right. Solo leveling is really good. Oh yeah, solo leveling when it comes to hype is second to none. Oh, okay. Broku thinks starvation is Bond's son. I wonder why he thinks that. I seen that video pop up today, but I didn't watch it yet. Broku's theories are always really interesting because he always like, I swear Broku always takes like some super side direction that I would have never thought of for most theories. So like, I'm very curious to know why he thinks that. Juan, please, I won't stop asking. Just one chapter. Gene, I'm gonna have another read-through stream, and I'll read it then. I'll put it at like towards the top. I'm gonna say the top. I'll put it towards the top when I do another manga read-through stream. I'll give you that. Gojo versus Choji, best fight in Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my gosh, that fight is so good. That fight is really good. I kind of like the really one-sided fight between Gojo and Hanami in the subway when he just like obliterates his hype. Quan, which built-up villain did you like more, Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen or Draken Joe from Eden Zero? See, it's weird because both of them, like, how both of them were dealt with left a bad taste in my mouth, like, because they both just like, they got defeated in such anticlimactic ways. So I don't know. The only reason I'm gonna give it to Mahito, whatever you call him, is because when he did Black Flash, that was so hyped to me. Like, don't get me wrong, when Draken Joe like did all that stuff with cut, like ordering Weiss's arm to be cut off and shot Shiki, that was hype. That was hype. But like I said, I'm squeamish, so that kind of stuff gets me a little bit. So I might be taken away from it. But when Maito did Black Flash, well, that was fire. That was fire. You only got 2 king of the chat. Stony with the F is the king of the chat. It's something that we do on Josuke stream on Sunday. He has this thing where like if you're like talking a lot in the chat, like the people in it, like me or Josuke or J Clouds, RT Rax or whoever's in there can pick people that they like really liked in the chat. I mean, he explains it way better than I do. I feel like I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it. So yes, Solo Loving his dragons multiple. Gene, I said I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out on the read-through stream. Who would be the next Wizard King now? My money is on Fuegoleon all day. My money is on Fuegoleon. Or it has to be Lancelot. Look at his weapon. That's what I'm saying, Rex. It's the same weapon, and I swear you can kind of see like a scar on his head. Like you can kind of see like a little something on there. Quan, have you seen Sakamoto Days? Someone asked me that earlier, and I have not seen it myself. Like I've seen like panels of it on Twitter, and I've seen it on the Shonen Jump app, but I haven't like read it. But from what I've seen like the one panel where like this guy shoots a bullet at him, and he like spits his cough drop at it. And that made it interesting to me. So I am interested in it. I just haven't checked it out. I just haven't checked it out yet. Toto lost a hand. Inumaki lost his arm. Yeah, right. Nanami died, bro. I'm saying he died. They could at least, at the bare minimum, at least keep Maki, bro. I'm saying like at the bare minimum, like. And that made me so bad. And then if Maki died, I feel like Maya would be sad, and that would just be a whole another interaction. That'd be horrible. Also, I feel like Maki's alive. Whoa. I feel like Maki's alive just because that guy, I forget his name, that just popped up in the recent chapter, he mentioned her. So I feel like he wouldn't be bringing her up if she wasn't still alive. Like, he brings up both of them, Maki and Mai. I don't think Maito is gone forever. I think he's coming back. I doubt it. There's no way. Because, like, that dude took control of Ghetto's body. So it's like, with that body, he has full control of curses. Like, it's over. He ate him, too. Like, so he now has the ability that Maito had. Like, I highly doubt he's coming back. Maito coming back to me is like saying Junpei's coming back. They're both gone, bro. Quan, if you had no choice, which world would you choose to live in? A world with curses from Jujutsu Kaisen or Titans from Attack on Titan? Like, just out? I'd probably choose the curses, easy. Cause like the Titans, you can't get away from them. Like it's like I feel like it's this weird mix of with the Titans, everything will just be fine and normal until they randomly just are just at you and you can't do anything about it. With Jujutsu Kaisen, my life could essentially be normal, and I would never even know it, because I stay away from all that weird stuff anyway. So curses all day for me. Curses for sure. Maito, a Pokemon. That's a perfect... Right, he's a Pokemon, bro. He's even worse. Like, he got captured and absorbed. If you troll Faith or Fades enough, you have a good chance of getting King of the Chat from Josuke. Me too, honestly. If you troll them good enough, you have a good chance of getting King of the Chat from me too. Draken Joe killed the protagonist. He's goated. That was the most hype moment in the series. That was hype. It was hype. Don't get me wrong. It was super hype. That Black Flash just hit differently for me though, because that was never a possibility. A villain killing the protagonist is always a possibility. The Black Flash, I didn't even think that he could do that. But it was hype though. Yuji better learn how to revive people from the dead. That would take away from the series, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to him learning like some of the reverse, what are they called, reverse curse techniques. I think those are interesting, how you can like heal and regenerate with reverse curse techniques for humans. I wish they would go more in depth for that. He said Maki was dying. I think Maya's okay. I hope she stays alive, bro. So he mentioned that Maki is dying. He also said she's dying, but dying isn't dead. So like, she has to be alive for sure, and she better be. I'm be mad. I might make a video about that. If she dies, I might make it. That'll be my debut Jujutsu Kaisen video. Is me bashing him about why he got rid of like one of his best characters. When the anime gets when the anime gets to that, put up with Shiki dying, it'll be top tier Twitter. See, you say that, but like all it's gonna happen, people still just gonna hate on it because it's Mashima. They're gonna say, "Oh, it looks like Fairy Tail," and they're just gonna hate. It's so lame. Yuta versus Yuji gonna be fire. Got Yuji winning with Sukuna technique. I don't see how Yuji wins, even with Sukuna, to be honest with you. Yuta's broken. Cause like, yeah, they both got like their big curse monster inside of them apparently. And like, you could definitely say that Sukuna's definitely over Rika, and you could definitely say that like Yuji physically is over Yuta. But Yuta can copy like all those curse abilities. Like he has like and he has like, what was it, like almost limitless curse energy. Like Yuta's broken. Yuta's super broken. Black Flash in general sounds like a cool name because it is. It's so cool. Like the anime, like in the anime, it was hype. But like I think, like I have my things about like the art in Jujutsu Kaisen. But one thing that they do really well is Black Flash. I think Black Flash always looks really good in the manga for sure. I don't. Yuta will probably have crazy abilities. Like Yuta already has crazy abilities. That's the thing. Like in the whatchamacallit, what was it? In the prequel, yeah, in the prequel, when he grabbed that megaphone and just like screamed "die" into it, that was hype. I'm like, oh, this dude can just copy other people's moves. Like he's literally like he's like all of the second years combined and just way better. Like so, like he's one of the 4 special grade sorcerers. Like he's a beast. If you were in the Black Clover world, what magic type would you want? Water or blood for you? Why blood? Like, so you can control people? Is that what you're going for? For me, I don't know. I've been asked this a couple times, and I'm always like, kind of like in a weird spot. I would want something like useful, like maybe like ice or like maybe not exactly ice, but something more like vague, maybe like a freeze type magic or like maybe some type of magic let me take people's powers or something. Not like steal their powers, but like just take energy from them or something. I don't know, maybe something along those lines. Or ice or freezing. Does it feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is ending soon? I mean, with the Shibuya incident, I thought it was going to be ending soon, but I guess not, because this with this dude, it opens up a whole nother can of beans with that at this point. There's also the thing with like Sukuna and stuff, because there's so much lore in Jujutsu Kaisen. Like it's a story built on a lot of lore, and they already did a flashback arc, so they could totally do another one or 2 more. So it's like with all the flashback stuff you could talk about, and just you could talk about Sukuna in his prime, the founding of the Jiu-Jitsu school, the first like age of curses. There's a lot of stuff that you could talk about. You could talk about Sukuna becoming Sukuna. Like I don't think it's ending anytime soon, to be honest with you. I still see Gojo as the strongest character at the end of the series. I see him training in the box since time has stopped. People have been saying he's going to train in the box. That'd be so weird if he did. The Eden Zero slander will go on for the first few episodes and die out. It'll peak when Elsie shows up and goofy people who do have no idea what Mashima does. Each new series will run off Steam. It just gets annoying, bro, over and over again. With, oh, looks just like this is Fairy Tail, copy and paste. Like it's the same author, it's the same artist. So of course it's gonna look the same. Maki and Toji are my 2 favorite characters in the series, but I want Maki to die to see Megumi as the family head. He won't accept something like that unless she's out of the picture. Oh, you're saying like that Megumi might want Maki to be the head, but there's no way the Zennin family won't go for that. There's no way that they let him do that. But I guess if he's the head of the family, he can do whatever he wants. I kind of would like him to be the head though, because Maki doesn't want to be the head. So even if he tried to give it to her, she wouldn't take it. I think, but she wants nothing to do with those guys. She just wants to throw how great she is in their faces. That's it. So I don't think she'd even want to be the head. When I saw Maito get that Black Flash, that's when I knew Jujutsu Kaisen was going to be one of the greatest. Bro, oh my gosh. And in the end too, when he was talking to Yuji, he was like, you thought this was going to be like some type of fun adventure with your friends or something where you hunt ghosts. It's like, yeah, it just was so hype. Percival is funny as heck. He is. All the little chibi faces Percival does, they crack me up. Like they are so funny. He is like he is really as funny as like Kid Goku was when I was first seeing him. Speaking of Eden Zero, it's gonna be hype when Jaguar and Eraser from Erasion Sace Interstellar pull up to help Justice deal with Shura and Iggy. Yeah, I'm very curious to know how those other things are going to go down. I also want to know what Holy's up to, because like when she said she had other businesses to take care of, I'm like, what else? What else are you about to do? It's kind of what I was thinking. Do you think Gojo's ever going to get freed? I do. Gojo's too fun of a character. Like that's obviously one of his favorite characters. And Gojo's like he was at the top of like of their popularity poll. I definitely think so. Do you think Yuji and Choso are really brothers? No. No, I don't. I like Yuji has to have some type of weird memory ability or something. Like I know people speculate this all the time, but like I kind of believe it too. Also in Jujutsu Kaisen universe with anti-magic as his power would be OP. It depends on how it works. Like it just depends. Like an anti-curse sword, like it depends because he would still get clapped by people who like. Yeah, he would. I don't know because he would be just like what's his face. What's his name? Toji, I think. For Chihiro's dad, he'd be just like him. So like he'd be good, but like I feel like he'd still ultimately get like it'd be like if you gave him an anti-curse. Actually, that would be broken. You give him an anti-curse sword. I don't know. That's pretty broken. I don't know. I think he would lose out to people like because people have the ability to hit him with Black Flash and like there's all kind of broken curse techniques. I don't know. Sakuna Matata. That's pretty funny. To be honest, My Hero is boring right now, bro. I have this thing that me and my friend have been saying because My Hero's been so boring. We've been saying it's about to end soon, just because of how boring it is. But like in all seriousness with My Hero, like it's just I don't really care about the Todoroki family. Like I don't care. It's all stuff that we kind of could already assume. I don't even care. And same thing about Hawk's backstory. Hawk, I didn't really like. It's like they came up off of this really hype arc, and just went into really heavy dialogue backstories. And like we did, and like what I really want to see is Deku. I just want to see what Deku's up to, or what Deku's doing, or what's going on in his head. Like I don't really care about Todoroki in this exact moment. A lot of people didn't read Rave Master, so they don't know Mashima likes to have variations of previous ideas and Easter eggs. They act like Mashima and the fans don't know who looks around. I know, it's so annoying. People could at least checked out Rave Master. My Hero's half done, so I think Deku still has 3 quarters to unlock. Yeah, I think he does too. They're gonna have a time skip or something, aren't they? The funny thing about My Hero is even if it does like reach the conclusion, like they could keep continuing with passing on One for All. Like they could totally keep doing that. Laguna ties to Nero? Potentially, I think so. I think they have ties. Because I feel like there has to be something linking him to this newest arc. Like, because they did it with Jin and Klein, or Chris and Klein, I guess, since everybody calls him Chris now. But I just feel like they are. Nah, Quan, you capping. I think Choso and Yuji and maybe Sukuna are related. I definitely don't think Sukuna is related to Yuji. I think Sukuna being like trapped in Yuji or Yuji being able to resist Sukuna is just a crazy coincidence. And like I don't know, I don't really think because like why would Yuji and Choso be related? That just seems so random. Yuji, Megumi, Yuta, Todo, most potential. See, I don't know with Todo because like it feels like Todo's kind of capped. Like I feel like he might be capped out. You know what I mean? Like. Because like that's all his curse technique does, and he doesn't even have as much crazy physical strength as Yuji. Like Yuji is physically stronger and faster than him, so it's like he's not even the best at what he used to do. So it's like he just kind of has that weird curse technique going for him. So I don't know. Todoroki reveal is like Toby equal Obito reveal, drawn out over multiple chapters. We already knew. Yeah, it's like it's all like yeah, we knew all this stuff. It's like we are just now getting to see it though. So it's kind of it makes it just I don't know. The My Hero stuff it isn't hitting hard as of right now. Black Clover over My Hero. I feel like in a constant sense, like I don't know, cause there's moments where I like My Hero more, but I feel like overall I do probably enjoy Black Clover more. Never mind. I honestly can't even keep my eyes open reading the latest chapters. I honestly don't care what happens. to the Todoroki. Their stories are so old at this point. I know. I don't know why he's doing it like this. I don't know why he's doing it like this. Deku having a path to the past one for all descendants soon? Yeah, probably. More than likely. More than likely, I feel like he's gonna end up having like a conversation with them. He needs to though. Sukuna and Yuji look too alike for them not to be related. See, is that really what Sukuna looks like? Does Sukuna actually look like Yuji, or are they always just depicting him in Yuji's body? That's something I've always been confused about. Like, because if he actually just does look exactly like Yuji, then yeah. But when Yuji shows up, no one ever says he looks like Sukuna. Like, they never say that. I think that guy in Geto's body did some experiments and created Yuji and Choso somehow. Remember Choso as Yuji? Your father had a scar on his forehead. Yeah, it would be weird because we didn't even get anything about Yuji's parents, so it's possible. It's possible. I don't know. Like if they're trying to go for some crazy eyes and stuff, I don't know. That'd be weird. All the Todoroki flashbacks are doing is riling up people who hate Endeavor. I don't. It's weird. The My Hero fandom is very strange because they'll be like, because they like hate Endeavor's guts for being abusive and stuff, but they love like shit. They love Shiggy for being a mass murderer. They love Dabi for being a mass murderer. They love Twice or Toga for like killing people. It's so weird. It's like they like mass murderers, but they hate an abusive parent that's trying to turn his life around. Let me see. You think Gage's art would go back to the way it was in the beginning? Like, is it that different? I don't even know if it's really that different. I'd have to look at the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen again. Because one of those things where, like, I feel like you sometimes don't even notice when an author's or an artist's art changes all like that. It's, like, tough to notice, honestly. At least for me. Like, I'll just get into reading it and won't even notice it until, like, I see an old panel. And I'll be like, man, this looks way different. That's how it was for me in Black Clover. Like, I didn't even notice the art was different until I went back and looked at, like, Yami in, like, chapter 2 or 3. And I was like, he doesn't even look like this anymore. I need a trio fight with Asta, Yuno, and Noel this arc. That'd be a lot though. That would kind of be a lot just for the reason of like that's a lot of characters. Well, I guess if it's 3 against 1, I don't. What all one opponent would they fight though? I'm not sure. I mean, Sukuna very old, so I don't think people would remember. But like they have so many documents about him, like they don't have like an image of what he could look like. It's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like no one in the story ever remotes Yuji to be similar to Sukuna. So like that'd be my only thing with that. Oh, what's up, Quan? I love Black Clover, and I'm wondering when your viewers can jump on and talk. Also, is Eden Zero worth it? Oh, well, thank you very much, King Janora or King Jor for the 499. I've never done a stream where viewers can talk. I like if you guys would be into having a stream where I just like cycle out people who like would you guys be into that? Like if I had a stream like say I just picked a day and it's like, oh yeah, like I'll have a bunch of people in it and we can just talk and stuff and just like switch. Cause I don't want it to get too crazy. Cause I want to have an opportunity to talk to like as many people as possible. If you guys would be into that, I could totally set it up. I just need to know. And Eden Zero is definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Like you probably already know, but it's made by Mashima, the guy that made Fairy Tail. But it's totally different. In a sense of like a lot of the things that bothered me with Fairy Tail are not the same. Obviously, Rax will disagree with me to the ends of time, but like the themes of friendship and Fairy Tail were a little too strong for me, whereas Eden Zero doesn't touch those at all. So I'm kind of fine with it. If you don't mind some characters looking similar just because of the same artist, then you'll probably enjoy it. Only if you call the stream the Quan and Cass podcast. That's a funny name. I would need to find a better name for it. I wasn't the biggest fan of Fairy Tail and the Friendship Pirates. Exactly, I wasn't either. So like Eden Zero doesn't have any of that at all. So it's like it's almost like imagine if you could take the annoying part of Fairy Tail out, then it becomes a lot better. That's why I like it. Let me see. Jason, you say you would like it. Basically, would like it. I'm Rax. Rax is invited whenever, so that's like fine. Rax is mad. What? Why is Rax mad? Oh, Rax is mad because of what he said about friendship. He said he didn't like the friendship power-ups. Oh, and probably what I said about friendship too. Rax, you know it's true. The friendship stuff is really annoying. Or I guess not annoying, but like it'll sometimes take me out of the moment when like someone just like when people just lose out of nowhere. It takes me out of it. People take the friendship stuff too literal. Context is key, like how power-ups in Black Clover work. See, like, I know what you're saying. Like, I know that magic in Fairy Tail is literally based off of friendship. Like, I get that part. Like, I remember it, and I've seen the panels of Markov talking about it. But like, it's just kind of whack how it works out. It's just kind of whack how it just plays out. That's the only thing. Drinking that Space Jam water. No, this is regular Target water. This is the cheap stuff. This is the cheap stuff. It's basically how like mothers get more strengths when their children are in danger. Yeah, I mean I get it. Adrenaline is like a thing, but like say the mom gets enough adrenaline to flip over a tank. That's kind of where I'm like, really, you have that much adrenaline? Like, and then after she flips a tank, she proceeds to flip over like an airplane. And after an airplane, she lifts up an like an entire like skyscraper, and it keeps going. It just never stops. Like there's never a ceiling. Tyler, I agree with you. I enjoyed Fairy Tail a lot, but some of the friendship stuff was just a little whack. I agree with you. I enjoyed Fairy Tail. Not gonna lie, it was so weird seeing them hype up Agnologia as the strongest the whole series just for Natsu to clap him. See, I mean, like, there was reasons behind it because I was kind of iffy on that one too. But when Rax was explaining it to me, it made it a lot better. Friendship didn't save Big Neil. I mean, it didn't, but like, it didn't. And based off of, I get it. Yeah, they have emotion-based powers. I get it. I get it. I really do. But it just be kind of lame how it always plans out or works out for them. You think Sukuna had a plan for the future that allowed himself to get sealed in the past? See, like, it's kind of weird with Sukuna because I think he either got tricked, like I think he either he got tricked or that one, or he did have a plan for the future. Because I don't really necessarily always think Sukuna was a bad guy. Like, cause I the way Jujutsu Kaisen is set up, like it makes you think that the Jujutsu school and the sorcerers and then like the Jujutsu world is right, but they do so much shady stuff. So like, I don't know if Sukuna is necessarily as bad a dude as the story like makes it out to be. Black Clover needs a better power scaler, or better power scaly. I don't know what you're talking about. Better power scaler scaling? I don't know what you mean. Black Clover power is power of friendship done right. Right, because it doesn't seem like, well, yes and no, because there'd be so many times where I feel like people should be getting spells, but they don't. See, that's the thing, like, it'll be a lot of times where characters could have got a power from Black Clover and they didn't. Whereas at Fairy Tail, it feels like every opportunity someone has to get stronger, they kind of do. This is a magic world of people. I get it, Rax, I do, but and because of that, it just makes it kind of whack. You couldn't get past the second episode? The second episode of Black Clover or Fairy Tail? Because the beginning of Fairy Tail is good, honestly. The beginning is really good. Because the whole friendship thing isn't tired yet. Analogia had the entire weakness of his magic exploited set from chapter 1. I get it, Rax. I do. You know, dragons are weak to motion sickness. But at the same time, it's like, he was able to resist Dragon Slayer magic to a degree. Why couldn't he resist the motion sickness to a degree? You know, like, I mean, it's a magic world. He didn't know any type of enchantments like how Wendy did. Like, he couldn't find any artifacts in his entire life to make him not like take less motion sickness. Like, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know. You guys are gonna get rack started. You guys are gonna get rack started. Um, Quan, which one is more broken, Dante Singularity or Black Flash? Um, Black Singularity for sure, because it just like for the most part, Singularity is like Gojo's purple. Like it just carves out everything. Like it's really broken. That he can just control and swing around. So I mean, it's definitely more broken. But I just like the Black Flash is way cooler though. Unless Black Flash has more abilities that we don't know about. That could be the only thing. I agree. Rack should be a paid promoter of Fairy Tail. Like he is the backbone of Fairy Tail Twitter. Like he is the literal backbone of it. I feel like Black Clover power ups are more like DBZ. I don't know what you mean, cause like in DBZ there's a lot of training. There's like a lot of training. There's like a lot of training, and then they get put in a situation, and then something happens to trigger their power up. So like DBZ's power ups are kind of like they're not as bad to me. You know what I mean? Like, cause Gohan had tons of potential and then trained a lot, and like in the moment got Super Saiyan 2. So it felt deserved, and like his hidden power was like foreshadowed forever. Then the whole Super Saiyan thing was like talked about all of Namek, so it didn't feel that weird. Goku trained for Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God was a prophecy, Super Saiyan Blue was training. So it's like the Dragon Ball powers, there's a lot of training involved typically, so that's why their powers don't be that bad. I mean, all of the screaming is very memeable, so I mean there's like that, but I don't think the DBZ powers are that bad. I'm over exaggerating it, right? No, I'm not. That's just how it is. I'm not over exaggerating. Quan, Leo, Charmy, Mereoleona versus Ancient Demon. Charmy can eat magic, Mereoleona can burn magic, and Leo has beast magic. Also, people don't have to worry about mana since Charmy's here and gouge clones. I don't think they need that many people to beat that dude. If they have that many people to beat it, it just makes Asta beating it look that much better, despite Asta having a really good advantage over it. They don't need that many people. Do you think Elsie is comparable to Ziggy because Ziggy didn't want to fight her back then, or no? I don't think she's comparable to Ziggy. Like, it probably just depends on what you mean by comparable. Like, I think it's a fight I think he would win, but I don't think it's like an easy fight he would win. Like, what's like a good example? Like, I'm trying to think of like a really good one. I can't think of a really balanced fight. Like, take Goku versus Vegeta. Goku would win. Obviously, everybody knows Goku would win that fight. But Goku would take a lot. He would get hurt. It wouldn't be a no diff. Like, Goku would have to go to his upper limits to win, for sure. So, like, it's one of those kind of things. Not saying that, like, Ziggy's Goku and Elsie is a Vegeta, but just saying that, like, Ziggy probably would have won, but it would have been at like a cost that he didn't really want to get wrapped up in the moment. So I kind of understand. The problem with Black Clover is that where is that? I don't even know where that is. It's gone. It's gone. Oh, my problem with Black Clover is that the villains don't get spells even though they meet the needs, or even though they meet the things needed. I mean, Veto got some new stuff when he opened up his eye. So I mean, like, there's that. My thing with Black Clover is the villains are like kind of lackluster. Like, they haven't had like the super iconic villain yet. I mean, you could kind of see Patry as one, but he's more of an antagonist once you find out his whole story and stuff. He's not really a villain. And even when we knew his story, he wasn't really a villain, because like he said the elves got murdered. So I mean, like, he's not really a bad dude if he just wants, if he got did dirty and wanted some revenge. Quan, you gonna do a reaction of the next 2 Black Clover episodes? Like a live reaction? I don't think so. I've never done one of those before, so I don't know if I'll do one. Quan, which was more cruel, Mahito manipulating and killing Junpei while laughing about it, or Dragon about cutting off Weiss's arm and killing Shiki? Like, definitely Draken doing what he did, because that broke Rebecca. She was broken, whereas Yuji wasn't necessarily broken. And it was really messed up. Like, it was like you like basically tortured / mutilated and then just murdered somebody. Whereas Mahito's, it was messed up, but, like, I don't think it was as bad. It wasn't as bad.
I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad. I don't think it was as bad.
I'm still trying to figure out the Jujutsu Kaisen artificial memory ability. I know it's something so weird about it. Like it's a really weird like take in a series, or a really weird thing to splash into a series. Let me see. Daquan gets sponsored by Build King. Yeah, I'm behind on Build King. Rex, you can deny all you want, but Fairy Tail's power of friendship took away from his greatness. I agree. I really do think that. Tell me which part you had an issue with. Rax, I've told you, it's just the overall, like there are explanations for it. There are explanations for why people lose in the situations that they do lose in. But just because something has an explanation doesn't mean that people are going to just accept it. It's almost like when you're a kid and you want some juice and your mom is like, no. And you're like, why? And she's like, because I don't want you to have juice. It's like that explanation sucks, but it's what it is. Like, she just don't want you to have it, and that's the reason. So you don't like it. Like, it's one of those kind of things, if that makes sense to you. Unless, Rax, your parents just always let you have juice whenever you want it. Sanji is trash now. One Piece Sinbad, you're crazy. Sanji's not trash. Sanji's the same as he's always. Well, he's not as good as he used to be in the pre-time skip, but he's more or less the same. There's so much magic in Black Clover that are pretty close to anti-magic. I know, yeah. So it's not like anti-magic is broken, but not like as broken as people think it is. What's going on, Bindi? It's okay. That happens to me a lot too, and I spell my name. They change it to the Quran all the time. If Jin fights Kalium, the atomic guy from the oceans, it would be a perfect opportunity for him to get overdrive. I think so too. I kind of hope, like, in this whole Xenolist training, I kind of hope that that Jin does his thing and like goes off and trains on his own, similar to how like in Dragon Ball Z when they went to King Kai's planet, when like the Earthlings kind of trained with King Kai, but Piccolo went off and did his own thing. Like I would kind of want Jin to do the same thing, where everybody's training together, but he just learns stuff by himself. And like maybe he like showcases overdrive there. Quan's still mad Hades lost to his underestimation of the main Fairy Tail cast for them taking out his heart. I am mad about that one, Rax, but the one that makes me the most mad was in like the first season with Loxus losing to Natsu and Gaijin. And I get it. You explained it to me. Yes, he was tired from the Thunder Palace and he fought against Miss Stogan, and I get it. I understand why, but I still felt like they should have never been able to stand a chance at all. Like at all. How would you feel if Tabata had Asta get stuck in the underworld and had to fight his way back to Clover Kingdom? I think that would be fire. I like it when the main character gets trapped places and they have to find the way back. I think that would be really good. Fairy Tail is greatness. I agree. Fairy Tail is a great series. I'm not trying to slander Rax or Fairy Tail. It's just I just have my issue. I have issues with like every series. So like it's not even like I'm singling out Fairy Tail. I want Yuno to get cold wind and hot wind. Like Yuno's wind can freeze things and make fire with it. What? Also, Yuno could make a storm. Well, that would be a lot. That's a lot. That is so much to me. Goodness gracious. Rax, I don't agree with your takes. See, Tyler, Rax's takes are good. Like Rax has good takes. He just like I don't know. Sometimes his defending of Fairy Tail. This is probably the only time me and Rax will ever disagree. Is when it's about Fairy Tail. Early series Loxus wasn't even as powerful as Cyrus Island Loxus. He was closer to Jura as a scrapping past the Wizard Saints, like realism. I get it. I understand Loxus wasn't nearly as strong as he was back then, but I'm just saying like it just felt weird. It felt like he should have never stood it. It feels like Natsu and Gaju shouldn't have stood a chance because Gajil and Natsu were much weaker too. Like so it's like they were way weaker. You could honestly argue that Natsu and Gajil were weaker then than Loxus was weaker then. Like if that makes sense. Like you could really make that argument. Quick hot take. Jack can cut anti. No. His magic adapts to magic. Like you can't adapt to anti-magic because anti-magic isn't magic. How do you feel about Natsu beating Jalal? I mean, that one wasn't as bad to me. Just because he did have help, because he ate like some Ethereon or Ethereus, like whatever the stones were, and Jalal was under mind control, so he wasn't like his normal self either. So like there was a lot of factors in that one that didn't bother me as much as the Loxus one for sure. Gajil even said afterwards that he didn't even count that as a real win. I mean, yeah, I remember that. He didn't count it as a real win, and Natsu himself even said he wasn't fighting against the real Loxus. So all the parties don't count it as a real win, but if you type it into the internet and type in like Natsu and Gajil versus Loxus, people are going to say that that was a win for them because they did win. It was two people, and they won the fight. It doesn't matter how they take it or not. They did actually just win. They won the fight. Have you ever heard of the anime Mare? It's like BC with magic jewelry pieces instead of I have heard of Mare. I never got to finish it. It was like one of those shows that came on like randomly on Toonami, and I would watch it, but I didn't know what was going on because I was a kid, and I just never revisited it as an adult, which I kind of want to though. It's up there with like there's a bunch of animes that I've seen as a kid that I want to like revisit and watch as like an adult. The power of friendship takes away a fairy tale's greatness. I enjoy a fairy tale, but it has a lot of issues. Yeah. Weiss with Arsenal versus Mechamaru from Jujutsu Kaisen. Weiss destroys Mechamaru from Jujutsu Kaisen. Like any mechanical being is a horrible matchup. And even if we're going off of just Arsenal, like he's not using his ether gear against him, I still think he claps. Unless you're talking about when Mechamaru is like that big mech, when he's like a really big mech, then he probably claps. Yeah, at that point, if he's a big mech, Weiss is gonna have to use his ether gear to really do anything to him. Stop with the Leo hybrid stuff. I mean, it's the theory he likes. Been preaching this theory for days. Who do you think will become the king of the spade? Ralph. Ralph for Spade King. We need to get that started in here right now. Ralph for King of the Spade. Or maybe the Spade just does away with royalty and becomes like a democracy or something. They have President Ralph or something. I don't know. But for Spade King, they'll probably just write somebody, honestly. Just some random person. Because now there's not giant demons to protect, so there's no real necessity to the Grimbaral family. Or they probably just have nobles. I'm assuming they would also have nobles too, and they might even have other royal families that branched off of the Grimbarals. So who knows? Haven't you been reading? Libby doesn't have mono. Oh yeah, we're talking about the anti-magic thing. Jack cut language to spell, which is spatial magic, and if spatial it cancels. So the slash is not spatial yet. Cut space. So it's no longer magic. See, it says adapts to. It doesn't say it becomes the same thing to cut it. It just adapts to. So like, it just adapts to be able to cut it. So it's like, it's not like his blade didn't become spatial magic. His blade became able to cut spatial magic. That's like the big difference there. If his blade was spatial magic, then yeah, but he doesn't have spatial blades. You kind of get what I'm saying? Quan, you think Magi will ever get a final season? No. I don't. I wish it would, but like they would have to do a lot because they'd have to do the whole flashback season, the whole war, and a time skip. Like there's no way. There's no way. And those are like 3 big events that they just would have to do. I'm being 100% as the Mashal YouTuber. Mash could beat Asta. I've only read chapter 1, so I don't know how crazy he gets. Hamura and Rebecca versus Maki and Nobara. See, like, my money is on Rebecca and Hamura, just because like Hamura has dealt with way crazier people than Maki has, in my opinion, and Rebecca's ability is really like it's like Rebecca doesn't. It depends on the gunshots. I feel like it's like Rebecca is either like kind of useless or really useful. Like she falls in one of those 2 categories. My money is still on Hamura though. Hamura claps. Magi is king. Yeah, Magi is amazing. Jack has the best magic in BC? Question mark. I don't know. Maybe. It's weird. I don't say probably Yami, because dark magic literally has no counters. Like nothing beats dark magic. Like there's no way to counter it. Like Like, there's no guarantee that Jack could even like cut through his Yami's black moon. There's like no guarantee. So broken. Yuno's mom is most likely alive, and she might be a deity or something like that. We all know. No, see, just because we haven't seen her body doesn't mean she's alive. I'm not a big fan of the Yuno's mom still being alive one. I'm just like, on that one. Maybe, who knows? I mean, if she is alive, that's a reason for Yuno not to stay in the Spade Kingdom, because someone else can watch it instead of him. But Yuno said numerous times he's Yuno of the Clover Kingdom, so I don't think he's gonna go there anyway. Yuno will become the Spade King after Asta becomes a Wizard King. What else will he do? See, my theory with that I like it a lot, but Josuke and most people that I say this to, they hate it. My theory is that Yuno becomes the Wizard King, right? He becomes the Wizard King before Asta, and then he gives up the position to Asta to become the Spade King. That's the only way I'll accept it. I know it's really ugly, but I kind of like it. Quan, what do I got to do to get you to read Peak Fiction? Are you talking about Mare, or are you talking about something else? Do you picture the three devils with the middle one chained up during the devil ritual as foreshadowing to something? I don't necessarily think so. I don't really think so. I don't think it foreshadows anything. I mean, it might, but there's nothing that I could think of off the top of my head. I mean, honestly, the only thing that it could have foreshadowed is what happened to Libby like 2 chapters later. Quan, we know that Yuno is more talented than Lich, so if we think Lich, Lumiere, and Julius is the same level, then Yuno might be more talented than Lumiere and Julius. Oh, I see what you're saying. I could agree with that. I might use that as a defense for when people start comparing Noel to Julius. I'll just compare Yuno to Lich, who's comparable to Lumiere, who are both over Julius. That's what I'm gonna do. Rebecca pretty much moots any of Kusagi's surprise factor with her nails, but yeah, Rebecca can't use that ability all like that. Like, from what we know about it, she used it twice, and the one time was casually, and she was tapped. So like, I don't think she can use it all like that. Asta doesn't have. See, the thing is like Asta's it isn't magic; though, it's anti-magic. Like, you're talking about just broken in Black Clover, maybe? I don't know. Most broken in Black Clover, I still think, to this day, is Zagreus. He's super broken. Zagreus dumb. Word magic? Yeah, that's crazy. I still think he's way more broken than anybody. Rack, you say you're writing down names for your official enemies after this stream. Am I on that list? I have to know. I hope I'm not on there. Jack and Yami are the only captains Asta could not beat. I just don't see how, like, I don't see how Asta really beats, like, William or Fuegoleon or Nozel either. Because, yeah, his sword cuts through magic, but at the same time, well, no, with Devil Union, that's something different. Actually, I don't even see how well, Jack can just cut him regular. I don't know, and William doesn't really do much too, because there's nothing to absorb. I don't know, it just depends. It depends. Yami beats him for sure. I think Marileona beats him for sure also. And Nozel and Fuego, I definitely think still beat him. Charlotte and William and Dorothy, like Charlotte, William, Dorothy are maybes, and then like Rill is a definitely no. Kaiser's a definitely no. Like he claps those guys. Overdrive Shiki versus Black Asta, which is Forest, and speed is equalized. If we're doing all that, then Overdrive Shiki wins, because his gravity manipulation is out of control. Like, in terms of, like, for that level, like, I don't see how Asta deals with it. Sinbad, you don't like my theory? Sinbad, I haven't even called any of your I haven't called the Leo's a hybrid theory trash yet. So I don't appreciate my Yuno being Wizard King first theory being called trash. I just want Yuno to abandon the spade, to be honest. I know, me too. Like, there's no reason for him to be connected to it, like, at all. If Yami was possessed by Libby, he would be the strongest in the verse. I mean, I guess he loses all of his hacks to get anti-magic hacks. I don't even know how that even work. Yeah, I don't know. Rebecca only needs one redo. I mean, yeah, you get, like, I mean, yeah, one redo is all you need, funny, but at the same time, it's like if that one, like, if say she gets in trouble again, like, then she should be like if I give her 2 max redos, there's no guarantee she'd still even win off of those. I'm a potential on the list afterwards. I'm on the watch list. I will accept that. I will accept that. If I was to have to form a team to go to the underworld, which characters would you want him to team up with? No captains. Like, I would want him to take Yuno, but he probably wouldn't, since Tabata never wants Yuno to, like, have an arc where he's just in it a lot for some reason. So, like, I mean, he'd probably take the normal people. Like, he'd probably take, like, if it was Asta, he'd probably take Noelle. He'd probably take Nero. He'd probably take Mimosa. Like, he'd probably take the same people. He'd probably take Finral. Like, I would want him to take some different people. Like take, like, Magna and Luck. And, like, Charmy. And, like, take Soul and Leo. Like, take some different people. Like, let's spice it up a little bit. Goodness. Like, it doesn't just be different. Quan Aladdin from the Magi. Yes, Aladdin claps. Yeah, he easily claps the My Hero verse with negative difficulty. Like, they can't do anything to him. Do I think Yuno and Asta will have a serious battle at some point? I can't see why they would. Like, cause I've said I don't think they're gonna fight, like, a lot, and people, like, sometimes get at me about that. But it's just, I can't see a reason why they would fight. Like, usually when it comes to rivals in a series, like, a reason would have popped up almost 300 chapters in for them to potentially fight. Like, I can't think of any rivals in Shonen that have gotten this far that have literally no reason to fight. And, like, you could say it could be a fight for the title of the Wizard King, but that's not even how you get the title. You get the title from like, people wanting you to be it, not from beating up other people. So it's like, they just don't have a reason to fight. I'm just joking, but let's be honest, the only way he's gonna be comparable to the other new gen, they have more connections or potential. I don't know, you probably weren't talking to me. LC versus Drac and Joe from what you've seen. I'm biased. I'm biased because I'm a big Urza fan, so I'm gonna say Elsie, just because she seemingly has lots of weapons and ranged attacks that she can just make. So, like, as long as she doesn't touch Drakenjo or Drakenjo doesn't touch her, she should be fine. And Drakenjo wasn't, like, crazy fast, like, so I feel like Elsie should be able to handle it. The only way I see Black Clover going to Yami's homeland is if he dies and Asta goes there to return his katana, like how he tried to return the grimoire. What do you mean by how he... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't see how they get to Yami's homeland either. Unless, like, Yami has, like, unless there's something they need over there. Gojo versus Yuta? Yeah, Gojo claps for sure. I still got Gojo over Yuta. I still got Gojo as the strongest person in that verse. However, despite me having Gojo as the strongest person in that verse, I don't know. I can't really say that. I think Yuta would have done just as well as Gojo in the same scenario that Gojo was in. Like, underground with all those people around, I think Yuta would have did just fine too. Yoko Kurama versus Charlotte or William? I would have Charlotte or William over Kurama. I don't think the Yu Hakusho verse is really all that fast. I mean, if you equalize the speed, then maybe Yoko Kurama? Maybe? Well, yeah, because he can manipulate plants. If he can control their plants too, then he definitely wins. It just depends. Because I don't know if it works like... Because spirit energy and demon energy is not quite magic, so it's kind of weird on that one. Quan watch Gurren Lagann. That's on my watch list for sure. So Drakenjo's too broken for current LC. Plus the Drakenjo we saw was casual, and then later nerfed. We won't see him at 100% until his return. Well, yeah, he was asking me off of what I seen. Like, he wasn't like Yeah, he said Elsie versus Dragon Joe off of what I've seen. So off of what I've seen, I'd say Elsie's more impressive. I mean, if I had to assume what a prime Dragon Joe would be like, then I'd say him. But like, then I'd have to assume what a prime Elsie is like, and we didn't even see her overdrive. So that's just a lot of assuming to me. Dragon Joe can just give himself wings. That doesn't mean he knows how to fly with them though. Like, do you think Asuo have multiple wives? No, he's not gonna have multiple wives. A weaker version of him turned his flesh into a fully forged gun. I mean, yeah, like I'm not denying his brokenness, Rax, but like still. I've watched Black Lagoon. I've heard of that. I don't. It's not on my list, but I have heard of it. Quite now that the Wind Spirit Guardian is in the spade, so Yuno can learn Ruin and True Magic. Yuno is more talented than Luck. If Luck can learn Ruin in a second, then Yuno can learn Ruin. Well, there's a lot. There's like a lot to unpack there. Like, just because they're in the same place, it's not enough time to teach Yuno anything. Like, that's like no time at all. Like, they're literally in the middle of fighting. And I don't think Luck learned it in a. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, like Luck did learn how to just make them, but like probably the practical application of using them in fights and stuff, he probably took him a long time to get the hang of it. Have I seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Yes, I have. I think it's really good. It's a really solid series. So I feel like a lot of people hate on it just to hate on it, but then I feel like people overhype it because it's a safe show to overhype. Does Yusuke solo the My Hero verse? I don't know. Like, end of series Yusuke probably does really, really well. Yeah, end of series Yusuke probably does really, really well. Honestly. I don't. Yeah. End of series Yusuke probably could solo their entire verse. Because the My Hero verse isn't all that strong. And they don't even have anybody with like super crazy hacks abilities all like that. Like, unless like the only people that really stand a chance against them are people like Overhaul or people like Shiggy, who have like abilities that like any ability that manipulates the human body, they would stand a really good chance against them. But then they still have to get it off. That's like the other thing, though. That's like the only thing. But hey, I'm about to end my stream soon here, so like I'm gonna read some more of the chat. Like I'm gonna read like a little bit more of the chat, and then I'm gonna like end it after that. Give you guys like some time. I'm gonna eat because I'm like starving. I want to say the only thing I had to eat today was like I had some coffee, I had this water, and I had a cheeseburger. So I'm really hungry. Let me see what you guys are talking about. It's not hard to solo the My Hero verse unless you do headcanon or what if quirks. Yeah, that's so true. Like you have to do so much assuming for the My Hero verse to win. You have to do a lot. Who's worse, Dr. Muller or Shiro Tucker from? Oh no, Muller for sure. I mean Tucker's pretty bad because it was his own daughter, so that makes him pretty bad. But it's like it was just one person. Whereas Muller, like Muller was probably going around. He tortured like Chris Klein and Herman. Who knows who else he tortured? So I got Muller for sure. Bell becomes this strong with only 2 days of mana. Then Yuno with Bell and Wind Spirit Guardian help. Yuno can learn True Magic. Luck can learn True Magic. I mean, I get what you're saying. I really do. I don't know. Thanks for the stream. Have a nice week. You too, basically. Yeah, you have a good week too, bro. What am I about to snack on? I don't know. I'm either thinking I kind of want some Taco Bell because I had a Crunchwrap a couple of days ago and I hadn't had a Crunchwrap in a lot of days, and it was real good for no reason. So maybe Taco Bell. I don't know. Quan, you need some Bojangles. My guy, there's no Bojangles over here. I'm in northeastern Ohio. We don't got no Bojangles around here. Bojangles is good though. If I had some access to some Bojangles or like some Zaxby's or something, bro, that's what I would get. What, Sinbad? Why are you pushing this weird ship? My Hero has as little of solid hacks as One Piece. Yeah, One Piece doesn't have too many crazy hacks. Honestly, it doesn't get too crazy in One Piece verse. Quan isn't black. You're right. I'm not. Clearly, I'm Middle Eastern. I don't think will master true magic and runes. I think will learn the basic. It's kind of weird because they just have already like they've only given access to the basics. He probably really so much stronger. I think Raytheon Sace is based on influence, not power. Power makes it easy to conquer, so it makes sense people like Elsie and Draken are in. But I think people with power machines are in it. Or like people that are like more so influential than would just win in fights. I could definitely see that. What is Bojangles? Rax, you never heard of Bojangles? That's crazy. Rax, we need to go out so I can show you the finer things. I'm Mongolian, right? I like that one a lot more. I'm from Mongolia. Favorite Persona 5 palace. You can also decide include the one from the Royal if you want. My favorite palace. That's tough. Cause like if we're going off of like which one I enjoyed, I honestly enjoyed Size Palace a lot because the background music was dope and we got Akechi in it. So like Akechi is probably like my favorite character in Persona. Like I want to say Akechi is my favorite character. So either that one or the last palace from the Royal, just because Akechi's in it. Akechi's in it, and both of the background tracks for those palaces were amazing. Um, why do Hunter x Hunter fans say Nin can beat every... Bro, because Hunter x Hunter fans want their verse to be super powerful, but it's not. They want their verse to be... Because like Hunter x Hunter had really good writing, so they want it to also be really strong, but it just isn't. Ooh, Chinese food does sound really good, Tyler. That might actually be the move. Honestly, Chinese food does sound really good. If you live in Alabama, try Taco Casa. Better than that cat meat they feed at Taco Bell. I mean, yeah, that is true. I would get Chipotle, but like Chipotle messed my stomach up like a couple weeks ago, so like I haven't been eating there. And like around here, as far as Mexican goes, we only have like Taco Bell, Chipotle, and Moe's. Size Palace had the best music for sure. It did. Size Palace music, like the Palace music for Size Palace, bro, was so good. It was so good. I usually go to Popeyes for chicken. Popeyes is my place. Popeyes does have some good chicken though. Popeyes has some really good chicken. Popeyes has really good chicken. Bojangles is alright. Zaxby's is where it is. Bro, Zaxby's is so good. I wish there was a Zaxby's over here. I really do. I would so go there. I do like Cane's. Cane's is really good too, but the only Cane's around here is kind of far though. It's kind of far. It's your birthday Saturday. Any anime recommendations? You just got into Jujutsu Kaisen. There's Fire Force. Fire Force is really good. That's a good one. If you're into sports anime, Ace No Diamond is probably the best one. It's about baseball. If you want some comedy, Love is War is really funny. I don't care what anybody says. Love is War is hilarious. I'll be cracking up. Of course, like there's some old good ones, like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo are really, really good. Honestly, those are like some recommendations I typically give. Is there anything else? Magi, or yeah, Magi's is really good if you haven't seen that one either. What is Zaxby's? It's another chicken place. It's really good. Xerxes. How do you feel about the Wano arc in One Piece? Wano so far, like the anime wise, it's been amazing. Manga wise, it feels like it's taken forever. Like, but see, it's not as bad as Dressrosa. Whereas Dressrosa in the manga, it felt like it was dragging forever. Like Dressrosa in the manga felt like a million years. But like Wano feels like a long time, but it's like entertaining at least. So I'm enjoying it. I really want to get back to the Kaido stuff, but they took a break from it, and I that's really all I care about. Love is War is one of your favorite anime. Yeah, Love is War is really funny. People sleep on it. People try to act like it's whack because it's like a romantic comedy series, but like, nah, it's real funny though. But yeah, no, I'm getting out of here because I'll probably just we'll ramble about food forever. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I do appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thanks, Jason and King Genora. I'm probably saying that wrong, for the donations. I really do appreciate that support, as well as everybody for stopping by. Make sure you guys like the stream. Sub to the channel if you're not already. I'm pretty sure everybody here is. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'm about to go get some food, so I'll see you guys later.